Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a critical and frankly, quite terrifying scenario in the maritime world, a delayed man overboard discovery. This isn't the immediate, I just saw someone fall in situation. This is when you realize someone is missing and they could have gone overboard minutes or even hours ago. It's a race against time where every second and every decision is crucial. While the delay complicates things immensely, it doesn't mean hope is lost. A structured, disciplined, and immediate response can still turn a potential tragedy into a successful rescue. So, let's break down the essential steps every crew must take the moment a delayed mob is suspected. The very first action, without a single moment's hesitation, is to raise the alarm. But this isn't your standard mob alarm. The entire crew needs to understand the specific context. You must announce, loud and clear, "Man overboard." Delayed discovery. This needs to go out over the ship's general alarm system, the public address or PA system, and immediately on VHF channel 16. This specific wording is vital. It alerts your own crew that this is not a standard immediate turn and rescue operation. It signals to all other vessels in the vicinity and to shore stations that you are dealing with a much more complex search situation, where the person's location is unknown and time is a critical factor. This initial broadcast sets the stage for the entire emergency response that will follow. Simultaneously, the bridge team must begin the detective work of establishing the last known position, or LKP. This is the cornerstone of your entire search plan. Where was the missing person last definitively seen? This isn't a time for guesswork, it's a time for rapid investigation. The officer of the watch needs to coordinate this. Start questioning the crew. Who saw them last? Where were they? What time was it? Check CCTV footage if available. Look at work logs, mealtime records, and watch schedules. You need to create a timeline. For instance, Seaman Smith was last seen on the aft deck at 8:30. This gives you a starting point. From there, you estimate the most probable time they went into the water. Was it during a specific task near the ship's side? Was it during a known watchkeeping round? The more accurately you can pinpoint this time frame, the smaller and more precise your initial search area will be. This LKP isn't just a point on a map, it's the epicenter of your hope. Once you have that estimated last known position and time, you must immediately mark it on your navigational charts. If you're using a modern electronic chart display and information system, or ECDIS, you'll drop a man overboard marker at that specific latitude and longitude. But you don't stop there. This is a delayed discovery, remember? The person has been in the water for some time, and they have been drifting. The next crucial step is to plot drift vectors from that LKP. This involves calculating how the wind and currents would have affected a person in the water since the estimated time they went overboard. Your ECDIS might have functions to help with this, or you may need to do it manually. This process transforms a single point into a probable area, showing you where the casualty is most likely to be *now*, not where they were an hour ago. It's a dynamic problem, and your chart is the canvas where you'll solve it. Now we get into the science of the search, calculating the actual search area. This is where knowledge of oceanography and navigation becomes life-saving. You need to calculate the total drift. This is composed of two main forces. First, the sea current. You need to know its direction and speed. This information can be found on tidal charts, pilot books, or through your ship's own instruments. Second is the wind-induced drift, also known as leeway. The wind pushes a person in the water, and the strength and direction of that push depend on the wind speed and what the person might be wearing. A person in a bulky immersion suit will be affected differently than someone in light clothing. There are established formulas and tables in maritime search and rescue manuals, like the IAMSAR manual, that help you calculate these drift factors. By combining the current drift and the wind leeway, you can define a probable search area, often shaped like a sector or a box extending from the last known position. This calculation is the single most important factor in planning an effective search pattern. With an initial search area defined, it's time to broadcast your situation to the wider world and get expert help involved. You must inform the authorities. This is typically done by sending a distress message. Depending on the gravity of the situation, considering water temperature, time elapsed, and weather conditions, you will send either a pan-pan or a mayday message. Pan-pan is for an urgent situation, while mayday is for grave and imminent danger. For a delayed mob in cold water, a mayday is almost always appropriate. This message should be addressed to the relevant Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, or MRCC. In your message, you must clearly state your vessel's name, position, the nature of the emergency, delayed man overboard, the last known position of the casualty, the estimated time they went overboard, a description of the person, and any actions you are currently taking. The MRCC is the central hub for coordinating large-scale search and rescue operations. They can deploy aircraft, cutters, and direct other vessels to assist. Do not delay this call. The sooner they know, the more resources they can bring to bear, dramatically increasing the chances of a successful rescue. While the bridge team manages communications and calculations, the ship itself must prepare for action. The master and the officer of the watch will decide on the initial search maneuver. This is a complex decision. Do you immediately turn around and retrace your course? This is often a good first step, as it takes you back along the path where the incident likely occurred. This is known as a trackline return. However, depending on the elapsed time and the calculated drift, a different search pattern might be more effective. Patterns like the expanding square search or the sector search are designed to systematically cover the calculated probable area. The master will choose the pattern that offers the highest probability of detection based on the conditions. The crew must be ready to execute these maneuvers flawlessly, which requires skill in ship handling and navigation. At the same time, lookouts must be posted. Every available pair of eyes should be scanning the water, briefed on what to look for ahead. A piece of clothing, anything out of the ordinary? The searchlight should be ready if it's nighttime. Rescue boats should be prepared for immediate launching. The entire vessel transforms into an active search and rescue platform. Let's recap the sequence because it's critical. 1. Announce man overboard. Delayed discovery on all systems. 2. Determine the last known position and time. 3. Mark the LKP on your chart and plot the drift. 4. Calculate the probable search area based on wind and current. 5. Send a pan-pan or mayday to the MRCC. 6. Prepare the vessel and crew for complex search and rescue maneuvers. Every one of these steps must be executed quickly, calmly, and professionally. Drills and training are what make this response second nature. In a delayed discovery scenario, your initial actions in the first 30 minutes can make all the difference. The ocean is vast, but with a structured approach, precise calculations, and swift action, you can shrink that ocean and bring your crewmate home. Thank you so much for watching. This is a somber but essential topic, and knowing these procedures can save a life. If you found this information valuable, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content on maritime safety and operations. Stay safe out there, look out for each other, and we'll see you in the next video.